Oh, let me go on. I'm following your lead, my liege.
All right, I think we're live. Let me just check. Yeah, we're live. I think we're live. Give me a second.
Well, it's actually kind of a funky way of introducing the day off, because I've literally just pulled out of my pocket. I collected 50Bs, the funky ones, and I've never seen this one before. It's a 1918 representation of the People Act.
What's that, a coin?
Kind of fitting as well for what we are doing. Pardon?
Is it a coin?
Yeah, 50p.
Cool. Is that a collector's one or something, is it?
From 9. Yeah, in 1918 it is.
Wow.
And that is actually really mint condition. Made in 2018, but it's 1918 representation.
Hang on.
Of the People
How
Act.
can it be 1918? It can't be. Because
I said it's made in 2008, but it's got the date on it, 1918, from when the representation.
I was going to say that was before decimal currencies. It can't be a 50p from 19, whatever, what you said.
It's not actually from there, but it's got the date on it, 1918.
Right, got you.
But it is made in 2018, it does say on it. So hello everybody, and welcome to the show. I'm not putting my hair down, it's a fucking mess. Problem when you wash your hair and don't blow dry it, it just develops a mind of its own.
You're in a bad hair day, are you?
I always have a bad hair day, but I mean, that's what comes with not being a girl. I just say myself like
that. No, that was me. It was my fault. All my fault. Blame me.
Not your fault, Jason.
Do you think I was not?
Right, well, Jason, you're going to have to help me. What?
What have you got?
Well, I need to find which book it's in, but I had an idea on, obviously, subjects to cover. Which book to put it in? Because we've got loads of plans on what we have planned going forward and what we want to do and how we want to, what we want to turn families destroyed by the state into. And we're going to cover certain topics. And the one I was looking at doing was contact and court. So looking at your last contact with your kids and obviously what impact does contact have on court. I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I can't get my head around I can't get my head around is this the final contact thing. I just can't imagine.
Final contact, your last contact.
Yeah. I can't imagine what it must be like. I just really can't. I don't know.
It's the worst possible feeling because out of every other time you see your kids, the last one you've had months previous of your kid being weaned off you, and depending on how old or young they are. I mean, for example, with Krista, I saw Krista being weaned off me to the point where I was only seeing her once a month, once every 2 months. And it got to the point where when we were coming into contact, it'd take her a couple of minutes to realise, oh, wait, this is actually my mum. This isn't just another random stranger. This is actually my mum, before we could actually connect. But in your last contact, it's different because you know that you're never going to see that child again after that day. So you're trying to do everything. You're trying to remember the smell, trying to remember the bone structure, the feel of the skin, the look of them, how they walk, how they crawl, how they talk. You're trying to remember every detail in their eyes.
I saw
you're just trying to.
I saw one of the comments on your when you put your video up on YouTube, or I don't know if it's YouTube or Facebook, but one of the comments that one of the other mums about their last contact, that they took pictures, but they were only able to use throwaway cameras, and when they developed them, there was like, well, the pictures didn't come out properly or something, and it all went wrong.
Well, this is the thing with contact. I mean, you're allowed to take photos of your own kids, but they do tell you you're not allowed, and they can start confiscating your phone off you at the beginning of contact so that you can't take pictures. And they've done it with a lot of my team, a lot of the other mums and dads that I've worked with. Your last contact, I was lucky that I managed to take some on my phone, because I got a couple on my phone and then they told me I had to put my phone away because they were taking photos and videos. but you just get given them on a USB stick, one for photos and one for videos. Some get one and some hardly get anything, if anything.
What possible reason would they have to not let you take some photos of your son or daughter? I don't understand. You know, it's not like...
Because we can put them online then. Because we still have parental responsibility, because we've not given up custody and because we're fighting for our kids. The only weapon they have is the element of surprise, or they don't know what we're doing. They don't know what's coming. They think that we can't see what's coming and we'll just get told what to do, when to do it. And a lot of us do, because we're terrified and we're petrified. And
do they offer you any kind of, like, I don't know, like some sort of counselling to deal with that process of going through the...
Oh, after your child has been adopted, officially adopted, then they send you a letter saying that you can come and talk to someone about it. But that's only available after your child's already been adopted.
I mean, yeah, but they should be doing that during the whole process, I think.
The process is there to beat the parents down. The process is there to destroy the parents. It's not going to work if they've got someone there helping the parents stay strong.
I just don't know how a person can prepare themselves for that. You know, nothing I can imagine
You don't
prepare me for that.
You know? Put it this way, in the contact, especially your last contact, you're not allowed to tell your kids you miss them. You're not allowed to tell your kids you love them. You're not allowed to tell them you want them home. You're not allowed to talk about the future. You're not allowed to show them any emotion other than excited and giddy to see you. You're not allowed to show anything. You're not allowed to break in the slightest bit. You're not allowed to even hold your kids and tell your kids how much you really do love them and how much you miss them, because then it's mental manipulation and mental torture, because if they don't come home, then it's just going to mess with their head more.
I can imagine there's a lot of parents that just can't deal with the final contact and don't go to it. I don't know.
Surprisingly, there's only... There are people that can't go to the last contact.
Have you met people that said that? Sorry. Have you met people that have said they couldn't do it? They couldn't go to it.
Yep.
Yeah, I imagine.
I've met people that couldn't do the last contact. When I first got into doing all this campaigning, before I actually had my last contact with my two, and I had there was another mum who's been doing this longer than me, and she actually turned around to me and said, in your last contact, it's not goodbye, it's I'll see you soon. Because we never give up and we never stop fighting. Even when the court battle's over, we still fight on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And the worst part is, the younger your kids are when they're taken, it's not even that long before you start wondering, what do they even look like now?
Yeah. That's the thing. See, what age do they stop?
Well, we kind of covered...
What age do they stop doing the forced adoption thing? What age do they go up to with forced adoption? I mean, do they do this to like 12, 13-year-olds or higher? I don't know what age. What age does it stop?
Yes, but with a different... You can see what the motives are by the age of the child. If they're under the age of 3, they're looking at adoption.
Yeah.
Well, it was under the age of 3. Under the age of 3, it's guaranteed adoption. Under the age of 6, it's a 50-50 adoption to foster. If it's over the age of 6, under the age of 18 or 16, then it's long-term foster. And there's different motives behind each one of them. Adoption is the easiest one, quickest one, because it's cash there and then. Long-term foster, they have got a habit of putting older siblings into long-term foster to adopt the younger ones out, because without the older ones, they've got nothing on the younger ones. If it's a case that your kid's been targeted past the age of 6 and you don't have any younger ones, or you don't plan on having any younger ones, the chances are that they've only been put into the system so that when their children, when they become parents, they get targeted when they have their children.
So do they do like final contact with children that are like 12 or 13 ever? Or is that never done?
I'm sure they have done. I'm positive that they have done, but from the top of my head, no names are coming to mind.
I'm just wondering what age they go up to where they stop doing the whole final contact. You know, is it a case of whether the child will remember the parent that they stop doing it, or
See, the final contacts, it's... Oh, no, I do. Actually, yes, I do know a parent who's had the older kids who they've done the final contact with as well. They will do final contacts even if the habit is long-term foster care, just because, obviously, without a reason to keep the child away, they've got no reason to take the child or keep the child away. So they need a reason there. Someone who I know, and I've known since I was a kid, she's got 3 older children, all adults, all older than me, and 1 young child. They've taken the young child and put it with family, so with the girl's dad. She doesn't want to be there. Mum's never done nothing wrong. She's actually a cancer survivor. I've seen her with her own kids, her older ones, and the one that was taken, and she's absolutely amazing. She's worked with kids her entire life anyway. That's how I met
her. Well, there's no contact now.
Sorry?
And there's now no contact.
They're recent to this, so they still are having contact. But the reason they took that girl isn't because her mum's a danger, isn't because there's younger siblings to adopt. It's blatantly so they've got another child in the future to adopt. They've got another baby factory now, because that child, even though it's placed with family, is still classed as being in local authority care, and that's all it takes.
Madness, really is madness.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to turn this off for a second, but it's like we've made a couple of notes as well talking about contact with court, and we've practically covered what contact is. It's time for siblings to meet and interact, and parents too as well. And one thing you'll notice going forward and going along with it, especially by you experience it or with someone who's experienced it, is you'll see the contact being taken down slowly. It'll start off with foster carers turning up late, contact workers dropping kids off late, to being picked up early, to having meetings at the same time as when you've got contacts, or court dates at the same time you've got contacts.
I've heard about that. Yeah, I've heard that happens a lot.
Oh, it happens a lot. It happened with me constantly with both my kids, where I got told the contact would get replaced, and I'd still get that contact and never did. It happens a lot, and it is to wean the children off so it doesn't cause too much psychological damage too soon.
But the thing is, you can't miss call, because that's important.
But then this is the thing, they will cancel your contact before you even, if you've got contact on the same day you've got court, say a week before court you find out, only as an example, obviously you find out months before, but say a week beforehand you find out that you're in court. 2 weeks before that, your contacts for that day would have already been cancelled before you even found out about that letter. You wouldn't have a choice if it was contact or court, because you told you've got court the same day, but your contact's been cancelled.
I was going to ask you, if you go to the court and you miss the contact, do they then penalise you for missing the contact because you went to the court?
No, they won't penalise you for it, but they'll tell you you'll get your contact replaced or on a different day, and then you'll never actually get that day. You also never get birthdays, Christmas or Easters with them, or New Year's. If you're lucky to get a birthday with them, you are very, very, very lucky to get a birthday with them. But families, occasions where household families spend with their external families and their entire family, those occasions they get taken away from you.
Right.
So what happens at contact? Well, most people already know that the entire time when you're at contact, you're sat there playing with your kids, interacting with your kids, under scrutiny of every single thing you do. Even when you do nothing wrong, it still gets twisted in your contact reports, and it's not necessarily the contact worker themselves doing it, but the managers are responsible. I pulled the manager doing it with me and my daughter. My daughter suffers severely with eczema, where if you don't put a cream on her several times a day, it looks like you boiled her, because it's that severe. The foster carers that had Christy for the first, I think, week or two, or first couple of weeks when she went into care, refused point blank to put the cream on her. So every time she came into contact, I remember the worst time, and this is the time where the contact reports actually got ridiculous. My daughter got brought in through the back, through the kitchen way, because obviously the drivers park out back, so to go through with one of the contact drivers, then they get brought in that way. So I put the car seat on the table in the kitchen. I took her out, took her jacket off, seen her hands red, raw and blistered as anything from not having the cream on for days and weeks. And I pulled it up with the contact worker that does the foster care and not even know how to put cream on. That's how innocent it was. Took her jacket off her, saw her hand and complained because obviously it meant that every touch that she experienced would have been extremely painful. So obviously we wouldn't have been able to enjoy contact because we wouldn't have been able to bond and connect with each other or hug her or give her a kiss because it'd be painful to her, including sitting her down on the floor or in a chair. There would be no comfortable position for her. So I was upset. In the contact reports, they put in there that as soon as she walked through the door, I stripped her off entirely and it was in the communal room. I stripped her off entirely and complained about her skin. I took her jacket off. I did the normal thing of what any adult or any person does when a child walks into a building. Took the jacket off them, especially when they're 7, 8 months old, where they can't take their own jacket off. You take them out and you take the jacket off.
That makes sense. I often wonder if these social workers have actually got children of their own, because how can they go to work and do what they do every day and treat parents in this way if they're parents themselves? Well,
this is what people need to understand.
Do you find social workers have got children, or do you find they tend not to have their own children?
The one who, both the ones who dealt with my son and my daughter both had kids, but the one who dealt with my daughter took his own sister's son and adopted him, and has other children that he's adopted who he's removed from families he's dealt with.
Yeah.
We're dealing with social services, especially if you're dealing with the removal side of social services, you have to be dealing with a very, very, very sadistic person to be dealing with them.
That's
for anyone walking to a home.
Be a special kind of twisted to go to work.
Yeah,
and do what they
you'll find the good social workers don't last at all.
We know, because the moral compass would kick in, and they'd be like,
exactly.
I can't do this job. I can't do what they're asking me to do. I couldn't go to work every day and be told, rewrite that report because it's not going to get the right result. And
you'll find though with contact workers, I mean, I'm more qualified than naming of all the contact workers that are in the contact centre 5 minutes up the road from me.
Yeah,
I am more qualified than them. The contact worker who dealt with the majority of contact between me and my daughter, she looked like a 12-year-old. She's not had kids. This was her first time ever working with kids. She'd never worked with kids before yet. She was the one who was writing the reports about me and my kid.
Yeah.
Her manager, who I never even knew the name of until coming away from the campaign, getting her picture and then making sure it got out there for everyone, was the one who was doctoring all the reports. The thing is, though, they will not, they refuse and will not correct any of their reports because the contact manager is the one who edits the notes and puts it all into a statement. So that way no one's held responsible because she didn't do the notes. She just transcribed them, translated them. Yeah. And all he's done is translate what the contact worker said, but the contact worker has no idea why that's been put in there because she didn't say that. So no one's held responsible. Who's at contact? So the majority of the time, if not every time, you'll get one of the parents with the kids. Sometimes you're lucky and get both the parents who see the kids. Outside family are told that they can't have contact because they don't want to introduce any new people to the children. Bear in mind, these children have grown up with this family that they apparently don't know. It's happened a couple of times where my grandma, who was involved with both my kids' lives, their entire lives, got told that she couldn't come to my daughter's contact because they wasn't going to introduce any new people to Krista. Bearing in mind, my daughter saw my gran roughly 3 out of 4 days a week, every week. Have a look for these. So, but tell you what, because you're helping me do this, we're actually answering all these questions in like not even in order, but
Sorry, am I messing up your show? Getting it all wrong order?
Oh, you're actually helping me run it. I'm just gonna check this comments as well now. Yes. By the way, so I do apologise for not being on last week, but I've been going through a very rough time at the minute, so I'm trying to suffer through that.
So who we've got in the chat? We've got Anna, we've got Aunt Sally, Carol, Charles, Danny, Ricky, Sir Jeffrey, Valerie, and Wendy. I wonder if anyone wants to join in and ask any questions.
I mean, everyone is more than welcome to join me. I mean, it's always an open floor.
I'll put the link.
Open platform. And I've just seen your message, and I'm all right, darling. Going through some tricky times at the minute, but I'll get there. I heard a ba-ding.
Oh, that's my computer. There it goes again. Oh, bear with me.
I hope there's not. We live in the UK.
Hey?
You said there's a bear with you. I said, I hope there's not. We live in the UK.
In this country, anything can bloody happen.
You can tell me about it. I think I've answered all these, you know.
You can't do a 28-minute show.
I mean, I bet you I can.
You don't get off that lightly. No.
Yeah, no, I think you'll find with contact as well, especially if you're going to the one in Swinton. I won't say an address just in case, but yeah.
Oh, we've got Charles Spencer just joined us as well.
Hi, Charles. It's lovely to
meet you again. He's in bed again, isn't he? Is he in bed?
Yeah.
It looks comfy.
Well, I spent the last couple of days up in Macclesfield, Liverpool, because one of my friends had a court case up in Liverpool as such and that, you know what I mean? So, long time. Yeah, it's awkward sleeping in a strange bed and all this lot, you know what I mean? So I got back today and that, you know what I mean? But anyway, Jason, what I'm going to say, you're not going to like. You remember the talk on Friday with Del Boy? Hello?
Yeah, Jason. I remember, yeah.
Yeah, about bailiffs, common law court. Well, I've just come off the phone after about an hour with John Smith and all this lot.
Oh, cool.
Actually, the common law court has got its certified bailiffs. There's a couple of police forces insisted that the bailiffs report to the police station, have photographs and documentation to prove who they are, and they've been certified.
Who certified them?
Bailiffs.
Who certified them?
The police. 2 police forces in UK here.
The police have certified them?
Yeah. So basically, they go on a place. You know what you were saying, and in fact, Delboy was saying, fair enough, they could, common law guys could do something, then they phone the police, or you phone the police, you were saying, and then the police come, they could be arrested because they're not certified.
Yeah. And for anyone that doesn't remember last Friday, what I was asking is...
No, I know what you were saying.
No, I mean, for the benefit of people that didn't hear what happened on Friday, I was asking Charles what happens if a common law bailiff turns up at your door to enact a judgment from a common law court, and they want to collect money or goods to the value of the money that is owed from a common law court judgment. And if you called the police and said you've got these guys at your door claiming to be a bailiff, and they want to take away your TV or stereo, your computer or whatever, you know, would the police turn up and prevent them, or turn up and allow them to take away your goods, you know? So I guess what you're saying now, Charles, is that the police would recognise them as being a proper bailiff and allow them to take away your goods.
So long as they've got a proper court order, a common law court order, which is, you know, correct and all this lot, yeah. So I say it's moving on and all this lot, you know what I mean, sort of thing. And in fact, I've just on the site the message thing, I put a couple of videos because he now puts common law court videos actually on YouTube and that. You know what I mean? Sort of thing.
So now I can go to a common law court, summon the
CLC News it comes under.
Okay, so I could go to a common law court, summon somebody to appear in the court. They could ignore that summons and not appear. And if it's found that they're guilty in their absence, and I claim damages and get awarded damages to a certain figure, let's say £2,000 or something. And if the common law judgment is that that person is to pay me £2,000, and they get the invoice and don't pay, I could then get a common law court bailiff to go to that person's house to collect the £2,000 or goods to the body. And the police, and if the police get called, they would just keep the peace while these people carry out the action of collecting that £2,000.
They might check the warrant or writs, if you know what I mean, sort of thing, but they'll be lawful. You know,
but would it work?
Like I say, 2 police forces at the moment have done it, and others are being approached and that. You know, they've gone into the police stations, been vetted, all this lot by the police.
It all sounds good, Charles, but I've got to say I believe it when I see it.
I
just can't imagine a common law bailiff being allowed to collect goods. And from
it'd be amazing if it was the case, because imagine how many of our kids would be able to get back.
Well, yeah, that's what I was meaning to tell you, Katie. You know, one of the things to tell you, like, you know what I mean?
I picked up on that because in the family courts, your kids are your property.
Yeah, sort of thing. But the other thing, another message for you, Katie, actually on Facebook, I mean, obviously I got banned, but I'm on, or somebody who looks like, well, he doesn't look like me, because Melanie Shaw's picture is the site picture, if you know what I mean. But I've just been scrolling down on Facebook to see if I can find a person, but within a couple of days, there's an organisation wanting to hear from all families who've had the children stolen, and the social services lied to the judges and all this. Like, haven't you seen it?
I've not. I'm hardly ever on Facebook. Would you be able to send it, man?
Yeah. Been trying to find it. I'll find it and all this. I think his name's Finney, second name. And I've just been scrolling through for about 10 minutes. Normally it hits you in the face, don't they? You know what I mean?
It's always the way, though, when you're actually looking for it.
Yeah. But
why does Joseph have to go live when I'm on the show?
But that's what, I'll send you the message or put it on the links and that, or send it to Jason. I think, did I get to send it to you, Jason, on Facebook?
I don't think you have, no. I'm not seeing anything.
I know I tried and that, but I might have been trying on a tablet. I use a tablet, just got no photos or information of me and on, you know, because I won't share them with Facebook, you know what I mean? Because they pry into all your computers and all this lot, you know what I mean? Sort of thing. I'll try.
Just quickly change my phones over very quickly. So, Jason, you're going to get another ping from me, so bear with me.
Yeah.
I do apologise. I am still here. I can still hear everything. You'll just see another one of me pop up and then one disappear.
So I'll look for that for you, Katie. The news and all, the address, because, you know, wanting all people or, I shared it. Well, obviously I share him. I'll look on that option to try and find him. So thought, you know, to get to tell you, Katie, so you can tell all the others, you know. And I'll have a look now. Listen to your show.
Right, Katie's back in, I think.
Thank you for that, Charles. You're an absolute legend.
Yeah. Well, you know, after these corrupt things, I mean, yesterday you want to see the corruption in the court. They wouldn't allow David any witnesses to speak and expose the corrupt criminals trying to steal his house and all this lot. This is how corrupt the court system is.
And Charles, don't think I'm anti-common law. I'm not anti-common law courts. I just like to
No.
I just like to play devil's advocate. I like to bring up challenging questions every now and then.
I know. Del Boy said it. You know me. I was only messing.
I always give Del Boy a few little questions to try and catch him out, and he does well. He does very well.
I know. He does know the common law stuff very well. Katie, another thing you might look at. Have you ever heard of the Bangalore Principle of Judicial Conduct? It's 2002.
I've not. I'm gonna have to look into that.
What it is,
going to be a value.
In 2002, many countries throughout the world had a meeting, sort of thing, about the conduct of judges throughout the lands and all this lot. And there's a set criteria they have to meet. You know what I mean? Laws and all this lot. They got, like impartiality in that. And if they fail, you can do them under that. And this is what, Delroy. He comes on, he knows his common law stuff and all this lot. He told me to use it in the court yesterday and that, you know what I mean? And we gave the judge a copy in that, and put it in as evidence, but obviously you won't allow it to be brought in, like, you know what I mean? Sort of thing. So, but you want to have a look at that, because basically all our judges and all this lot have to comply by it. And basically, if they're denying you to speak in that, it goes against the Bangalore principles of judicial conduct. But judges won't tell you about it. But as Delroy was saying, you bring this up to a judge and they'll shit themselves and all this lot. I say, Well, have a look. Yeah. Well, I say there's many loopholes you can find against them and all this lot. You know what I mean? But I'll look on Facebook now. I'll let you have your show back, Kate. I'll look on Facebook, see if I can find that link for you. Okay? And I'll listen.
Thank you. You're a legend.
I'll try. I'm just glad my mum and dad didn't wear a condom. Well, my dad didn't wear a condom, or this legend wouldn't be alive. Read that. Right.
Well, you've always been a legend since I've had the pleasure of meeting you, Charles.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we try and fight for justice, because I'm just sick of all the injustices all over the place. I mean, the other night there was a show where the lady whose son died he's supposed to be in a secured ward and all this lot. Then they found that date raping him and all this lot. You know what I mean? So their name was Melanie, wasn't it? Sort of thing. I mean, it's just whatever criteria, outlook in life, it's corruption, full of it. You know what I mean? It has to stop. Anyway, I'll let you have your show back. Sort of thing. I just thought I'd mention these things and I'll try and find that link to that bloke about the inquiry. As soon as I started to read it, I thought Katie and all this lot need to get it, right into Facebook.
Jason, you're a pain in the fucking ass. This phone's got a on the back of it, so it's hard to fucking put in a stand.
Are you still whinging?
Yeah. I've got Joe's live up on my other phone, so I do apologise. I've got one.
So you're doing a show, watching a show.
He's crying and he's upset.
Oh, what's up?
And it's Joe. Obviously it's important, and this is the second time he's done this to me while I've been on a show. While I've been doing my show, he's gone and done live.
Oh God.
But I think it's good news. Oh.
Are you trying to connect to Joe as well?
What do I do?
Are you trying to connect to go live with Joe at the same time?
You
can try doing that if you want.
they've got some good news about their case. They've got the address that everyone's been after. I mean, I can ask him.
Yeah, try. Is he live on Facebook?
Yeah.
Try going live on the device that you're on now on Zoom so that we can hear it all on there. That's the easiest way.
So I'll be live on 2 phones. I mean, it's a good job. I've got a dual fucking phone holder in it that holds 3 phones at once.
So yeah, the phone you're on live with us two. If you can go live on Facebook with him at the same time on there, and then turn the loudspeaker on, we should be able to hear Joe and you at the same time.
No worries, I will do. Let me just kind of sort these phones
out. It might
out.
work. You never know. We can give it a go.
I've got my finger caught in it now. Yeah. I've got a fucking pop socket on and trying to get a fucking phone with a pop socket on when you've got a fucking phone out. Let me see if the answers.
Are those minion leggings you got on?
How many what? Yeah.
Come on, give us a look at your minion leggings. Go on.
I've got a phone up either side. I've sent a request to see if it's what it says.
Are they pajamas?
Yeah.
What do you like?
Fluffy pajamas. Fluffy socks.
God.
I took my dressing gown off. You're making me left it on now. Do you want me to unplug this phone, see if you can hear it through?
Yeah, give it a go. Yeah.
I salute you all for
You have to
fighting
let me
so
know how it
hard
sounds.
Yeah, loud and clear.
your lives to this fight.
You can get live.
A lot of victims
I've sent him a request.
died through our HIA inquiry. A lot of victims never seen the justice that we seen on Tuesday when the bill was pushed through the Houses of Parliament. I feel so sad for them because their fight started whenever our fight started. We were all together. We all went through the HIA inquiry in Banbridge, Northern Ireland. We all suffered, but we, the victims, we came forward because we didn't want other children suffering. So we told our stories, made our statements, and kept fighting. We fought a battle that we thought we would never ever win. We fought against the establishment. We fought against the government. And when you do things like that, you think you're never going to win. But we didn't lose heart. We kept on battling. And we've put the bill now has been accepted. And we're there now as winners. We never gave up. We never would until we got listened to. Now we have been listened to. And we are proof that if you stand together, no matter how much it hurts, no matter how much it, excuse the language, fucks your life up, yeah, you still can win. It's possible now for all children that have ever been raped or abused can come forward now and stand, yeah, and be counted for. You will have your issues listened to. We made sure of that because that's what we fought for. Me and Bobby will be going to Belfast after Christmas on a demo of of appreciation, a demo to show everybody that united, you can win.
I've just been told I'm going to that as well, apparently.
In our inquiry, so many innocent people died. We honestly thought that we'd most probably die without this being done. But we didn't give up and we kept fighting. And Margaret and John, they're warriors, true warriors. And I love and respect all the survivors of Northern Ireland and here in England. Big shout out to Kenny in Northern Ireland.
Hey, Kenny.
Kenny put our stickers, me and Bobby's stickers, and handed out our leaflets in Northern Ireland. Thank you so much for that, Kenny, and your team. You do a brilliant job, and I love and respect you as well, mate. I do feel proud. But it still hurts. We have done something that we never ever thought that we would ever achieve. But we have got it now. And to all the victims of child abuse, whether you're suffering now or you've suffered in the past, come forward. You will be listened to. We will, even though we've won this fight, we're not giving up because there's a few more things that need to be sorted out. We want transparency. Yeah, in Northern Ireland and in this country or any other country where child abuse, child groomers, men or women that rape children, you will pay the full price of destroying a life. And that will be a life for a life. We will fight for that. And we will make sure that that law gets implemented into the Houses of Parliament and it will be legislated. We won one battle. Now we can win all the battles and we will continue our fight to protect children all over England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales. We will not give up. And we're on your back now to make sure that this is implemented. We have won, and I'm thankful for that. We all are. But the credit lies with Margaret McGurkin and John McCourt in Northern Ireland, and the survivor groups in Northern Ireland who fought relentlessly, excuse me, who fought relentlessly, and me and Bobby did here in England. Yeah, we never gave up hope when hope sometimes made us think that we didn't have hope. We clung to what we truly believed in. And sometimes it was so hurtful. You thought that you were banging your head off a brick wall. Because nobody was listening in. Nobody was thinking on what we were saying. How can you win it? When you look at it now, it was so lonely place to be. horrible place to be, but we all stuck together and cracked on with our fight. I'm proud, so proud of each and every one that fought in Northern Ireland and here in England. Yeah. I drink to each and every one of you. And I'll have a drink later on as well. But cheers. We won our battle. And fair play to every single one that fought. We will never go away. We want this bigger now. We want the laws changed to protect children in this country and in Northern Ireland or any other country inside Europe, which we're going to lose, by the way. But no, Europe, it's gone. Yeah. Scotland, England, Northern Ireland, and Wales. We have to stand up now and start protecting our children. We have changed one law, now it's time to change the rest. The police have to be more transparent in protecting innocent children. The government have to be seen to doing a job to protect children. No more cover-ups. No more brushing it under the carpet. We are the patriots that won, and we are the patriots with that voice. We will always be that voice. We will make sure that it's done properly.
Sorry, 1 minute. Why is it fucked up?
Come together, stronger together, we can win. Now, we've just proved that standing together, we can make changes. Yes, it's a long, horrible battle, but we are proof of that now. And it's been done. Because we won. It took years to win, but we've won. That's what standing together means. That's what being a true patriot means. Yeah, we've done it. It's a massive result. We only had Tuesday to get this bill through the Houses of Parliament. It was on the top of the list going through the Houses of Parliament. The Court of Appeal told the Northern Ireland government that it should have been set up by a Northern Ireland executive, but they didn't do it. We've done it. The common people, the real truth fighters, have done it. That was what our achievement was. And that's what we won. So what I'm saying now, just because we've won doesn't mean to say that we're going away, because we're not. There's other laws, protection of children, forced adoption. Yeah, we want that on the bill. We need everyone to stick together and crack on. If we changed it, we can change many things. So what I want, every single person that supports me and Bobby, Margaret McGurkin, John McCourt, and all the rest of the HII victims in Northern Ireland and here in England, Yeah? Let's unite now and make this fight a big fight. Let's change the laws. Let's implement the laws to protect our children, our grandchildren, and our children's children. That's what needs to be done now. We are the ones that have the backbone to stand and fight it for as many years as we have. We are the victims who were raped and abused. We done it. If we can do it, we can all do it. So I just want to say a big, massive thank you to all my brothers and sisters out there that fight the cause. We have had a massive win that changes so many things now. If you go on to the speech that was made in the Houses of Commons on Tuesday, you will see for yourself that that law now has been implemented. I want this fight to continue to protect all children here in England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. It's time for change. We've proven that it can be done through hard work, commitment, and standing together and fighting together. We've won it. Now it's time for everybody that supports us to stand together and have the other fight, which is to protect the children, all our children, in all aspects of abuse, whether it's forced adoption, the whole shebang. We answer to it all. So, thank you, everybody. I just had to give this announcement out. We won a great battle. Now it's time not to hang your boots up. It's time now to keep fighting. If we can do it, anybody can. It's having the backbone and the stamina to continue it. Yeah? So, thank you to all my patriots and friends in Northern Ireland who kept this fight going. Thank you to every single person in England that supported me and Bobby. We're not going away. This is the beginning to change and make change and do so much more. So let's all start getting it together and let's start winning. We're proof now that you can win because we've won. The proof's in the pudding. We are the pudding because we've won it. So thank you to everybody for listening to me. I'll be doing a live feed on Wake Up UK on Friday night. Me and Bobby do a radio show. We were talking about it on that. I'll be doing another couple of live feeds through the week. But we've made history. We've proven that having a backbone and a heart, you can win like we've won. That's the first change. Now we make all the other changes. We want the law to be more transparent where child grooming, child sex abuse, everything's concerned. We want the changes in sentencing for anybody that wants to rape and abuse a child. We can do it now. So we'll keep the work up. Let's make this stronger. Let's start uniting together now. Because we proved that in being united, you can win. If we can do it, we can all do it. Thank you, everybody. Keep supporting me and Bobby. We're not going away. We'll always fight for the protection of children. Yeah. Thank you so much for everybody joining me tonight. Keep supporting us. We're not going away. Even though we've won, we're not going away. Thank you, everybody. Good night, Kenny and Northern Ireland, mate. Yep, cheers. Speak to you later, Ken. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for supporting us.
So it's good news though. They finally got the bill passed. Am I on my own again?
You're never on your own, mate.
I'm always on my own.
Never.
About. But
no, it's good news. Very
no,
good.
they've got the bill passed. Pardon?
That is good news. Very good news.
It is. I'm happy about that. It's very good news. And we've nearly out of time as well, so he's even covered my show for me. I'm not even knowing about it.
I know, you just sat here and done nothing. Let Joe do it all for you.
I know. Oh, I mean, this is going to have to start becoming a regular thing if he keeps on doing lives when I'm doing my show.
You have to rename your show, you know.
Joseph's Lives.
Joseph's Lives with Kate.
Oh,
yeah.
I know. Oh, we're hopefully we'll be recording another joint video tomorrow. Either to go out tomorrow or Friday, but it'll probably go out Friday if I'm honest. But we'll be doing another joint live with families destroyed by the state. Although Joe's not got back to me, so I'm afraid she's going to get a bit of a headache in about 20 minutes when I start ringing him.
Go and pester him, go
on. But yeah, so we're going to have me, Sharon, and a few of the other campaigners on there as well. I think Sammy, Savannah, Lorne, Kenton, and a few of the others will be on. So I just need to double check with Joe to see if Joe's going to be on as well.
Sounds good.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be live this one, only because I'm not sure if Zero's going to be around because he's having some personal issues at the minute.
Yeah.
And you know, everyone knows what I'm like. I don't like to push, and family always comes first. So I'm the last person to turn around and go, no, put the campaign first. I'm the only one insane enough to actually do that.
We have to get you hooked up on the older Zoom technology so you can.
Well, I mean, I'd be all right with it as soon as I get a laptop or a computer. I mean, I've paid for it. Jason.
You need a computer to do it.
You didn't tell me that before I bought it, though, did you?
Well, I thought you had a laptop. I didn't know you didn't have a laptop.
No, because it was a dinosaur anyway that bloody you had to encourage it and teach it its ABCs before you even introduced it to the idea of technology. It's one of them old ass laptops where you know it's got the hinge where you have to unlatch to open it.
Really, that is old.
Exactly, that's how old this fucking thing is. It's got.
Have you got a mouse pad or one of them joystick things in the middle of the keyboard?
I've not got the joystick, but I have got the ability to stick a massive cable into the side of it.
Oh, well, they're called parallel cables, aren't they?
I think so. I mean, you can. I think you can get a floppy disk in it.
You're joking? No way. That must be donkeys years old.
It is fucking ancient. My grandma got it on eBay a couple of years ago because she couldn't be asked buying a cheap one, and then wanted me to pay her back so I couldn't get a fucking decent one.
That's like one level up from Speak and Spell, isn't it?
Oh, it's the only non-portable laptop in existence.
Is it Windows 95?
Does it even fucking know what Windows is?
I think you need to chuck it out the window.
It's older than Windows. The only window that fucker's ever seen is an actual window.
Well, you know what? It's Christmas coming up, so you never know.
Right. Do you really have to remind me about terrible, traumatic seasons like that?
Be a good girl or someone might buy you a laptop. You never know.
But ask someone to buy me a bloody laptop. Bloody hell, that'd be a miracle. I'm one of them. I'd feel guilty. I'd be giving them 2p's every day until I'd paid it off.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Me and technology don't mix. But, you know, eventually I am going to have to suck it up and get a laptop. Eventually I will do, seeing as I'm paying for Zoom. It'd be good if
you need a rich boyfriend. Just for Christmas, you know. Come January, you just ditch him. You know?
Oh, no, no, I am sticking with the campaign.
You'd have no laptop, wouldn't you?
No, I don't need a laptop that bad. I can survive. I've survived without one all these years. I can survive a bit longer. I'll just start hanging outside PC World.
What do you like?
Hoping someday, one day someone will just throw away a perfectly good laptop while one that at least starts.
You can get some good deals on eBay nowadays, though. Or Gumtree. Go in there and...
Yeah, but that's technology. And there is another major issue, and that's I can't even afford my own gas and electric. Well, I can afford either gas or electric, and because my shower runs on electric.
When you get a computer, then you can't plug it in. That's no bloody good, is it?
Exactly. So, the electric covers more stuff. The heating doesn't. All that controls is the radiators. Can't eat a radiator.
But if we see Katie going live doing our show from the local library, you know what's going on.
You'll see me just stalking. You'll see me riding the bus constantly and only talking to people on the bus. Or at bus stops like every 5 minutes. I'll be back in a second, guys.
God.
Oh, but it'd be a live worth watching.
Go down to the local pub, plug into a plug socket somewhere, and then go live from there. Get him pissed with Katie. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
I don't know, I'll have to try not to look homeless. Oh, McDonald's has free Wi-Fi. I'll go Mackey's.
There you go. Yeah.
You see me in Mackey's, you know what the issue is. But at least now I have a contingency plan for when the electric goes off. Not if, but when.
McDonald's. Or Toby Carvery, they do it as well.
Yeah, no, but there's actually a
McDonald's. The Weatherspoons. There you go.
Well, it's not exactly near, but it's close enough. It's within walking distance, but it's all uphill.
It won't be the first time you went live from our pub. You did that a few weeks ago, didn't you? Okay,
That was the difference. That was a homeless shelter.
It wasn't a functioning pub.
It had beer in it, but it was a homeless shelter, yeah. But yeah, no, it wouldn't be the first time I've done a live from a pub. That is true.
There you go.
But it would be a first for doing a live at the pub just to use the Wi-Fi. Oh, you know my logo that's showing at the minute on my picture?
Yeah.
I had it done as a poppet.
What's a poppet?
That pop socket or thing what you stick on the back of your phone. It's actually been done as a pop socket.
Oh, you mean the thing that hold the handle thing that goes on the back of the phone?
Yeah.
I know what you mean. My kids have got them.
Yeah, that's been done as one of them.
God.
It looks fucking mint, but it doesn't. It now makes my phone not be able to fit in the phone holders.
Well, that's why I think they're a bad idea, because it's got to get in the way, surely.
I mean, it doesn't get in the way with near enough everything, and there is like the phone holder that it's in at the minute. I can pop it through the back, so it just extra stability.
My kids got those, but they still manage to drop their phone and smash the screen every now and then. You know?
I know, but are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Right. So look at your little fingers on both hands, and you'll notice on your right one you'll have a little dip right in the middle of your little finger.
Oh, what?
If you look at your fingers, a minute, let me turn the camera on so you can see what I'm doing. If you look at your fingers like that, yeah, and just turn them slightly, you'll notice one's perfectly fine, and the other one has a dip in it where you keep your phone.
No.
You will have, I bet you. If you're always on your phone, everyone has a little dip where they hold the phone.
No.
You know when you hold your phone like that?
I've got a dip in all four fingers. I'm not going to tell you what I've been holding.
I don't want to know.
No, I don't know what you're on about. Honestly, there's no dip in my fingers at all.
Oh, it's like that on most people, though, and I'm hoping everyone checks this now. But on most people, it is like you get.
This is where you find out you're actually a freak of nature.
Oh, don't say that. No, it was like I can't remember what it was. It was a fucking video going around about a fun facts thing, and it came up about your fingers, since technology and that. Since phones became a current thing, the way you hold your phone, it embeds into your finger, so it actually creates a little dip right in the middle of your finger.
No.
Well, then you're the weird one.
I get what you're saying, but no, not in my finger.
You're the weird one then.
I've got chubby fat fingers. I'm like a shit pianist, but yeah.
I've got to log back into your bloody website again.
I know, so annoying, isn't it? We've only got 4 minutes to go, then I'm kicking you off anyway.
I know, but I want to check the messages beforehand.
Okay.
And I want to give a massive thank you to Joe as well, and a massive congratulations to Joe. I'm thanking him for taking over my show without knowing. Jason, your website takes the piss out of me.
That's your crappy internet.
This is why you think your website's dedicated to use, because you don't account for the people who only have phones.
I'll be changing it all soon anyway, so I might make it more mobile phone friendly.
I mean, that'd be a good idea. But your website's amazing anyway. I'm only joking. You already know that. Ooh. I like the fact that Tom's got a show now.
Yep. Tom starts on probably the end of the month, maybe beginning of December. And he'll be on Thursday nights after Vinny at 10:30. So that could be like a long show and call-ins and good old chinwags.
Right. Carlos has put in the comments, don't become a bus wanker. Thanks, Carlos. I've been a bus wanker most of my life, but
can we have profile pics on the chat box? You know what, Danny? Most people that are members on here haven't even bothered to load up a profile pic. So you only see like about 2 out of 10 that I've got a picture.
I have no idea what you're on about.
You wouldn't. I know what he means. Yeah, little profile pictures next to the names in the chat room.
Yeah, no, I know as well, but I have no idea what you're on about the host not putting pictures on.
Don't worry.
I mean, I still can't. I mean, which picture have you actually got? Oh, you've actually got that picture on there as well. I really can't believe you did that.
That's a cool picture of you.
The only cool, I don't know if the only cool part of that photo was Liam, and you cut Liam out of it.
You said use any picture, just go on Facebook and find one. So
right, but when I said use, you can use whatever picture. I thought you'd use the whole picture, not cut the best part of the picture out.
It had to be a headshot, didn't it? So that's why I had to do that.
Would have confused everyone. More people will probably tune in because they think that a toddler was going to do the show.
That's a real cheeky picture, that though.
You know what? It's just my personality. That it's just kooky.
Captures your quirky side, doesn't it?
It really does. I can't say no. But what I can say is it's 1 minute too. Thank you everybody for joining me. I really appreciate it, and thank you, Charles, for coming on as well.
Oh, no problem.
Danny Burns said it's the best pick out of the host's crazy pick.
You are?
Danny Burns said it's the best picture of all the hosts.
Oh, you know what? I will take that compliment to the grave. You know what? I'm fine with that. That's a compliment I'll keep. Normally, I don't take compliments, but I'll take that.
I think Davey's a close runner, though, with his picture.
It's the laughing faces at the end of the best pick out of the host. It's the laughing pictures that make me think that he's joking.
Which one?
Well, Danny's comment. It's the best pick out of the host with the laughing faces. It makes me think that he's not being serious.
Yeah.
Oh, but Charles, you are an absolute legend. Like you've been a family since I first met you. You've been an absolute star, and I do thank you for coming on as well.
Oh, I was just going to say something to you, Jason. Looking at me messengers, it says, "Hi, could you please explain why your admin team refused the post last night? Gary Clark and Nathan Kirkland, as you were probably aware, these two are most patriotic Brexiteers on Facebook, yet your refusal claim, blah, 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 blah." I was like, huh?
Where's that?
I thought it was something to do with AJ and all this lot, you know what I mean? And I thought, oh, I'm not admin on Wake Up UK and that, you know what I mean? Anyway,
I've got no idea.
Text back to him. Don't know what you're on about. Oh, sorry, Joe, sent to the wrong person. But I thought you were on about AJ and that, you know what I mean? And
is it AJ Smith?
No.
I was going to say, can I put a voice note from an AJ Smith? But I can't hear it.
Tyler.
So was that a message sent to you in error, was it, Charles? Someone sent it?
Yeah, it's just come up. Sorry, sent in error. And I thought he was on about, that show and that, and why did you block them all? And
it sounds like somebody's blocked Gary and Nathan.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, a lot of people have blocked them because, I mean, you can't go after people and do stuff to anyone or say stuff to anyone without there being some form of consequence. And at the end of the day, we're adults. The best thing we can do is walk away and not give a shit about the shit stirrers and the trouble causers, because
there's too much drama. I don't need any drama. So
yeah, that's why I'm away from Facebook.
I've got enough drama talking to you, Katie.
I'm not drama.
You're not on Facebook now.
I'm not drama. I'm an angel.
Yeah, hell's angel. Are you not on Facebook now at all now? Are they
I'm on it for stalking purposes. No, I'm on it for articles to check up on the Facebook page and messages that I can't get anywhere else.
Are you on Telegram, Katie?
Yes. When I say I'm on it, though, I mean
you've got it still on your phone, but you don't use it.
I'll check on it, and if there's no messages directed at me, I'm just focusing on YouTube.
I'll try and find you on there later, and I'll add you to some of the groups I'm in. I've got my own Wake Up UK group on there as well, so we'll get you in.
I think I'm on your Wake Up UK group.
You probably are. Yeah.
If I'm not, that's just going to be insulting, Jason.
If you're not, I'm going to give you a telling off.
No worries.
Right, I'm going to go make a nice cup of tea. So I've got more chocolate biscuits to eat, and then we've got John Lawrence on at half past. Oh, you're on the munchies too.
Oh wait, but just in case.
Hang on.
I
know what you've been smoking.
Oh shush! I have been cleaning.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I have.
Okay. That's your story, and you can stick to it. It's okay. I know what it means when you've got munchies like that.
Well, it's going to take me about 2 years to make it through these because chocolate hurts my teeth. It's the only reason why I buy the chocolate ones, because I like the chocolate ones, but they hurt, so it takes forever to get through. I threw away half an Aero yesterday.
You done what? Threw away half an Aero? Oh, that's not good.
It's been open for nearly a week, and I couldn't remember if it was over a week or not, so I just threw it. But there's no point even going near it because I didn't even touch it the next day because it had been left open overnight.
You should have fed it to the spider.
She's hiding. She's probably crammed herself. Either she's got herself stuck or she's crammed herself in the tiniest little crevice in her tank. I nearly opened the tank to try and find her.
You sure she hasn't escaped?
No, I double checked and she just had like one leg sticking out of this like wooden plank. But yeah.
Good.
Anyway, before we get into talking about tarantulas, you're making me go overtime now.
Right, we better kick you off then.
I know. I mean, the amount of accusations and bullshit that goes around here, next you'll be getting told we'll get paid for this. Like, apparently people write up sovereign decrees that we don't even have a fucking laptop.
You mean I'm paying you? No way.
Chance would be fine thing.
You'd be able to buy a laptop.
I know.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry, but some people.
Well, quick one, Jason. Right.
Sure.
Somebody who looks like me on Facebook called David Gale sent you 3 links.
Oh, I've got them come through. Yeah, I see them.
Yeah. If you pass them on to Katie.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's this guy or someone was asking about information if you've had. They made you have a psychiatrist test before they took your children away, and also other things. And all. If you pass them on to Katie,
Katie, what are you on Facebook as nowadays? Are you going under a weird?
I'm under. By the way, I did not make this account because my number and my phone and my IP address are blocked, so none of the details on here are actually mine. But if you want to find me, I am Mank Lioness.
Manky Lioness. Right.
Not Manke, just Mank. MANC.
Okay.
Chica.
So association. See, word association. If I remember Manky, I'll find you.
You're going to end up writing in Manke. Yeah, but there's a difference. You've got Manke.
I did as well. I typed in Manky and come on. No.
Right, Jason,
let me take the Y off. Hang on.
Oh, no. Never. But anyway, guys, other than
hang on, it's a C, not a K, isn't it? That's why I've got. Can't find
See,
it.
I told you, Mank is with a K. Mank is with a C.
I found it. There's one forwarded. Hang on.
No one is ever going to forget how to spell Mank after this video.
No, they won't. They'll just think Katie Mank. Yeah, that's it. See, that means something down south. That means something different, totally different. You know.
Up here, it means something different as well. I mean,
if I called you a Mank Danny, you'd get a slap.
Well, no, because Mank here means dirty and horrible.
Yeah.
It's the same meaning up here, but for some reason they like to call themselves Manx.
God.
Anyway.
You're all weird up north, you really are.
I don't care. I'd rather be weird than normal.
I would never call you normal, Katie.
I do not conform.
Exactly.
Right, anyway, guys, before Jason starts complaining at me for running over the time, good night, and I wish you all the best. And Jason, don't get yourself into trouble.
Do I ever?
Well, Katie, just sent you one. I'm David Gale. Melanie Shaw with tape over her mouth.
I got you.
Right.
Thank you. I've got you there now.
Yeah.
Well,
he looks like
there
me
is
in real life. I don't know why.
Right,
I've got lots of it.
Good to see you back on here, Katie, and we'll see you next week.
No worries. See you soon, guys. Take care. Bye, Charles, and thank you again.
If you want to, jump on the open mic night one night, or maybe on a Friday or a Monday.
I keep meaning to do that, and I've still not bloody done it, and I've been really looking forward to it as well. So I will
have you on for a chin wag. So.
Yes.
Definitely. Right, go and munch all your chocolate.
I will do.
Right, see you,
bye.
mate.
Bye, everyone.
Right, bye.